everybody have a seat, please? Attention. Teacher's gonna crack the whip.
Dig down to it.
I'm not Catholic, but I get spanked. Well, welcome everybody. Almost spring. Hallelujah. Yay. Which means we're going to be looking at water plants, lilies, seeing what we can do where they live. And Shane's going to share with us some tips and hints. If you don't know Shane, he was the previous owner of Water Garden Gym.
I thought he was just an old retired guy.
Exactly.
Barely got out of bed this morning.
Yeah, he made so many millions off this place, he's now buying a yacht, so he's good.
Oh, yeah.
And we all know better than that. It's a labor of love for it. As you know, we only have water today. We still definitely need a hospitality chairman to help organize bringing food or snacks or something like that with us. And we're gearing up for April. We have the fish show coming up here in April that we're going to work. We also have a field trip possibly to Lady Bird Johnson's Wildlife Center on the 16th. And you can email me, and we're going to do a caravan up there and maybe have a picnic. It's a great time to go look at her pond, and they also have plants, native plants for sale. So that should be a fun outing. When they come to fish sales here, the Koi Club and our club will be manning a booth to promote membership. And we also have several new members here today that we want to welcome. And could you tell us a little bit about your pond?
Well, I'm Roy Thompson. I've had a pond for about 20 years. And I think I joined this club quite a few years ago, but I was always working on Saturday, so I dropped out. But when I was a kid, we had a pond where I lived, and it was concrete. The guy built it. So I got a shovel one day to start digging. And after I realized it was about 6 inches away from my gas line, I didn't know that. I didn't know back then you had to get approval. So I was lucky. So then I built another one. It was about 4 foot by 10, about a foot and a half, not quite too big. And then I built another one right next to it after I realized where the gas line was, but it's on top of the ground. And they're connected with a small waterfall. But I got goldfish and water lilies.
Cool.
Yeah.
I'm gonna retire in May.
Yay.
So my pond is in dire need of update, so I'm gonna hopefully do that.
Yeah.
What part of town are you in?
Off of Thousand Oaks and Whitmore area, northeast part of town.
Well, welcome back.
Thank you.
We have a new couple over here. Who's going to talk? Chris?
I guess I'll talk. I'm Teresa, and this is Chris.
Hello.
Rose is our last name. We built our pond from scratch, dug the hole in our very thick clay ground with rocks with our hands. It's about 2,000 gallons. I've always wanted koi since I was a little girl. Like, I just have always really loved them and been drawn to them. And so when we bought this new house like a year and a half ago, it was one of the first things we did. And we still have boxes, not unpacked, but we have a pond.
Thank you, Claire.
But you need to see her picture, they have a glass,
We put in a
put in
window.
a window, you can see the fish.
Oh,
Wow, cool.
you can very much tell it's handmade, but it's there.
And what part of town are you in?
We are north central, so like 281 and 1604 area.
Okay, I was gonna ask you if you're in Castle Hills, but you're not.
No,
Okay.
pretty close to.
We actually moved away from your part of town. That's where we
Yeah.
are.
Well, I'm sure Keith over here, who is in charge of our tours and our mini pond tour and fish and plant swap, will be talking to you.
That's, yeah, because we tried to group 3 ponds together for a
We went,
pond.
We went to last fall, and we had just joined, I guess, we wasn't quite up and running at that point.
Very good.
Okay, welcome.
Wonderful.
Let's see, what else have we got? Are we still doing the fish and plant swap in May?
Yes.
Do we know where?
Yeah, it's gonna be in Garden Ridge. There's 2 in Garden Ridge, and we're gonna go to Dave's on the way. Fish and plant swap is gonna be a Rocky Leonidas, which is down near New Berlin or Livonia.
Okay,
He
good.
lives down in there. There'll be more to come. That'll be in May, 3rd Saturday in May.
21st.
That'll be at noon, 3rd Saturday in May, the 21st. And it'll be like usual. It'll be a potluck followed by a fish and plant swap. And
And what we do is people that have extra fish or extra plants, will bring them. And most of us have gotten a lot of our koi and goldfish through these fish and plant swap. If somebody has a koi that's too big for their pond, they'll bring it and swap it out.
Is that open to visitors or only club members?
Club members.
Okay.
For
If
$25,
you bring
they
a
won't be a
visitor,
visitor.
if you bring a visitor, maybe they can become a member.
There you go.
Right. And for $25, they won't be a visitor.
They can get fish.
And they get fish, they get to eat, they get plants. It's a deal.
It is.
You can't go to a movie store.
so that's at Rocky Leonidas' house. And we were down there for a mini pond tour probably 10 years ago.
Yeah.
And he had just moved in there, so I'm kind of curious what he's done to the place, because, it was brand new back then.
Yeah, cool, and a big pond.
Well,
Yeah,
today,
cool.
we're gonna learn some more about
Big fish.
lilies and inviting lilies and everything lilies from.
And the mini pond tour is in June, and it is in Garden Ridge. And I confirmed with,
June 18th, we're having the mini, and what we do is we caravan, like we'll all meet at one place, say 10 o'clock, and then spend 30 minutes looking at the pond, and caravan over to the next one. And then at the last place, we will usually have a barbecue or a little lunch.
or we go to a restaurant
Or we go
somewhere
to a
close by,
restaurant, correct.
if you want to.
Correct.
So, and we'll probably start at Dave's and the other 2, because he's a little farther south, and then we'll go up to, because Dave has one of the most, he has the best use of his backyard. He almost has every square inch, I swear, and covered with something.
And where are we with Richard and the Predator Top?
I'm not sure where you were thinking of putting that.
In July, y'all were gonna talk to him about giving you.
Yeah, and I think he said he would,
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah, I'm scanning his images, so he is definitely going to be doing the presentation. He'll have a PowerPoint.
Oh, so you
If it's the
are,
last thing he does, he'll have a PowerPoint.
good. We're bringing one of our members up into the 21st century. He likes slide cards, like, here's a raccoon, and here's a herring. So, anyway, all of us, I don't know if y'all have had problems with raccoons, or I had a sand crane standing on my deck the other day, that was about that big.
Wow.
So, and being from Florida, I thought, God, that's really cool. And then I was like, oh crap, he's eating my fish, that's not really cool. So, anyway.
What time is the pond tour, mini pond tour?
Then he starts at 10,
And thank you.
and that's in June, so we finish around noon.
Right,
And is that members only too?
correct.
Okay, thank you.
$25, they can come along.
It's free.
Free fish, free.
Typically, if something's at somebody's house, it's members only. If it's someplace like this, that's a common area, it's any you
That's the rule. Okay, cool.
I had a client who had an area land on her pond, and she got a gun and she shot it. And the homeowners association, when they didn't hurt that big top and, they gave her grief, but then she put up a big structure to cover her pond, to protect her koi, because each koi cost her about $500.
Wow.
Well, and then the state of Texas also.
Yeah, they frown on
Well, she didn't kill it, but she scared it away. But it's like,
Well,
That's right, she didn't kill her.
I don't know, I guess
And the
it tastes
homeowners
like chicken.
association probably didn't like.
What's that?
Shane, you wanna come up and,
All right, Shelby.
let's everyone here knows this gentleman, if you have any questions about fish, plants, water, pumps, this is the man.
Where did you get that plant?
Where did I get this plant? I can't say which pond in the vicinity I might have raised my hand in and ripped the plant out of. Good morning.
Hi, Shane, good to see you.
Good to see you guys. Good to see y'all's faces. So I was asked to speak a little bit about water lilies. And I know we have a variety of levels of expertise in the room, but I think most everybody in the room knows way more than the basics about water lilies. So I don't want to particularly waste a lot of time and bore you with, well, there's two types of water lilies, and inside of the tropicals, there's 3 different forms of water lilies. So I thought the conversation would be a little more advantageous if we just kind of get into coming out of winter, how to propagate them, how to separate them out, how to look for things, and then more of a Q&A. So if you have questions about disease, or you have questions about blooming, or you have questions about propagation or whatever else that I've already covered, then we'll just play that game. Because like I said, you're not at this level where a normal water lily conversation would just super bore you. Having said that, there are 2 types of water lilies. There are hardies and tropicals, and you know this, but the reason that we're going to start there is you treat them very differently. And winter treats them very differently. And so right now, and I don't know about y'all, but my pond, I have tropicals only, and most of them went dormant, and I have 2 of them that wish they went dormant. They look terrible, but they're still a couple pads up. They're going to take care of themselves and do their own things, and they either live or they die coming out of winter. And you don't know till April, May, maybe the 1st of June, depends on how cold your water is, how much sunlight it gets. If you've got a really shaded backyard, it's not getting the benefit of these beautiful sunny days that we're getting right now in March. And so if you have empty pots or pots of dirt sitting there, now's not the time to clean the pond, throw the pots of dirt away. I mean, you can if you want to, but you may be throwing away $40 plants every time you throw a pot out, okay? So in my situation, I don't mess with them until, like I said, May. I'm in the direct sun of the west sun. I don't have shade over my pond. So my water gets warm pretty quick. And so they will come back pretty early for me. If they look feeble and I want to replace them, I replace them. If last year happened and half of them died because I had ice on the pond for 4 days, I replace them. But every other year, they all come back. You just got to be patient. But the number of, not kidding, hundreds of people that have walked in over the last few years and said, all my water lilies died, I need new ones. And we're in the middle of March. And I'm like, you have no idea. Let's go look for some lilies, but you don't even want to know what you did. So you got to be patient if you know you have tropicals, okay? Your fish, your water doesn't need plants right now anyways. It's cold, there's not a lot of stuff happening. So the benefits that